Hi, my gardening angels. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Jess, and today I'm really excited because we are going to go over kind of a recap of 2019. First of all, Happy New Year. I can't believe it's already 2020. It's crazy how fast it went. But in the spirit of it being a new year, we are going to go over all of my favorite plants of 2019 and also the plants that I struggled with the most in 2019. So my least favorite or my failures, whatever you want to call it. I believe that I learned just as much from my failures as I do the plants that grew really well for me, if not more from the ones that I kind of failed at when I was a gardener for those. But that's okay, because that's what we're here to do, is we're all here to learn on how to garden. So I really want to highlight both of those. Before we get started, I would love to know what your guys' favorite plants were and your least favorite plants, or the ones you struggled with the most this year. They can still be your favorite plant. Don't get me wrong. They're not exclusive. Some of my favorite plants were the ones that I also struggled with the most, and I'll go over those. But I would just love to hear from you guys and have that interaction, because I know that you guys also have been dedicated to your garden, and so I would love to hear what your favorites were of this year. Let's jump into it. So I kind of want to start with the ones that I struggled with the most, just because, again, those are the ones I learned the most from, and so I want to go over those a little bit. So the first one is the elephant ears. This plant is so pretty, and it honestly was going to be one of my absolute most favorite plants that I bought this year because of just how gorgeous it was. And it came with these leaves that were like the size of a dinner plate, and they were black, and they were just gorgeous. My biggest leaf is now smaller than my palm, but he's not dead, as you can see. He's doing well. He's just also kind of dying, but he's sending up new babies. So I'm not quite sure on that one. I am struggling. It seems to have digressed a lot in its success rate, considering how big it was when I purchased it. But I haven't killed it yet either, so that's kind of a success. But I do think it's a really pretty plant, and so I'm kind of excited to keep learning about it. So definitely stay tuned for that one. So the other one does not look as good as this, and you guys might remember this one from a plant haul, and I think I had it in a plant tour. It was looking okay for a while, but this is my heart fern. This is all that's left of him, is this one scraggly leaf. So I'm trying really hard with this one. We cut him back because so many of the leaves were dead. You can see that he's drying up here. There's only a piece of him that's still alive, but I was just looking around in the soil, and there is a small little baby that's going to start coming up here soon. I don't even think I'd be able to show you on the camera. So again, not completely dead yet. This one's definitely had better days though. Especially when I bought it. That one has been a struggle for me because my other ferns are doing much better. The other one that I don't have with me is my maidenhair fern, which I knew was going to be a struggle going into it, but that was also one that I struggled with. If you guys haven't been on my channel for a really long time, you won't know this, but I pretty much strictly grew succulents, and this year was kind of the first time that I tried to start growing different houseplants, more leafy houseplants than true succulents. And so it's been a learning curve. I feel very confident in the succulent world, and I feel very confident in the vegetable garden world. But when it comes to tropical houseplant, that sort of stuff, no confidence, nothing. It is a whole new world to me, and it's shown. So that is my little failure baby. But I still love him, and I think he was one of the most unique plants that I bought this year, and I was so excited to have these little heart-shaped leaves. I may try to go buy another one and just keep it alive better than I did, or we'll see if this one comes back because it has a little bit of growth, so I'm a little bit hopeful. So then my last plant, that was the one that I struggled with the most, is the bunny ears cactus. What a cool succulent. This one, I've been having it on my wish list for years, and I finally bought it this year, and this one's doing awesome. All of these little bumps here, you can see it better there, are all new growth. All of this is just all new growth. And this one's doing really well. But it had a sister cactus that was in with it, and I had split them a few months ago. And last week, I found it just completely flopped over. I don't know if it was cold in the area that I had it in, but I was able to take off all of the paddles separately. It was this main base paddle that just completely bent over and got mushy on me. Maybe it was root rot, but I hadn't watered them, so I'm kind of at a loss there. I don't know what happened. But I have all of these paddles ripped off and separated, and my plan is just to kind of propagate them out and just replant those once they're dry. So I also don't register in my brain that this is a cactus, I guess, and that these are needles. I mean, obviously I know that, but I keep touching it. And these needles are like fiberglass, and they stick to you, and they're extremely painful. Whereas my blue candle torch cactus has huge thorns on it, and you can see them. These ones you don't see, and they just get everywhere, and then I'll find them all over my desk when I'm done working. And so it's been also a painful struggle physically. But that's kind of that side of things. So again, bunny cactus, I love it because this one's done really well for me, and it's been awesome and gorgeous, but then the other one completely flopped, and we'll see if those babies come up at all. All right, now let's move on to my favorite plants, because these are the ones that did really well and that I adored this whole year. Okay, this one first. So this is an Alocasia. I bought it at the same time I bought most of my house plants. I couldn't tell you what variety it is. If you know, let me know down in the comments, but I call him my dinosaur because I just think the leaves look so Jurassic and weird and crazy, and I just think he's just that unique. But this one's done really well for me, and it's been gorgeous, and so it made the favorite list because I just think it's one of the most unique plants that I have, and it hasn't died, unlike some of my other ones. So made the top few favorite ones. The next one that I have is a Syngonium. I didn't know that's what it was called. One of you guys let me know. But look how cool this one is. It's done really well. It's gotten way bigger. It's put off so much new growth. But I just love the light green kind of variegated look of this one. It's just so unique, and it's also done really well. And then one of the succulents, to kind of move towards that direction a little, that I've been obsessed with, which I just posted a video on it, and I'll include a link down below on how to propagate them, is Haworthias. I have just been obsessed with Haworthias. I've been propagating them like crazy. Even the ones that I thought were pretty lame for a while, I've been going back to and have just been propagating and cutting them all apart and trying to grow as many as I can, just because I think they're such a unique plant. But this is one of my windowsill succulent Haworthias, and I just think he's absolutely gorgeous, and there's tons of little babies all wrapped around it, and I don't know, I find them very unique this year. I thought they were super lame for a really long time, and I'm back on board now. And then one of my most favorites that really hasn't changed from year to year is the Echeveria Lola. This one is just such a classic, beautiful succulent, and I don't think I'll ever not like it. It just has a unique lavender petal and green combo in it, and it's just very delicate. And I also learned how to propagate it this year, so I have tons of them now, and that makes me really happy. So here's one of the ones that I propagated through a cutting. It's just growing a little baby, or I guess two little babies. You can kind of see that other one down there. So those are kind of my top ones this year. Really enjoying them. The last one is my Monstera Deliciosa. You can kind of see it in the back corner here, or the Swiss cheese plant is what a lot of people call it. That one I found at Safeway, and it was maybe $15, which was a super great deal because I was seeing a lot of them online for like $60, $70, and I just couldn't bite the bullet on a houseplant for that. And he's done super well. He's put out a ton of the leaves that, I don't know, the Swiss looking leaves, the ones that have all the holes in them, which are my favorite ones. I got ceiling paint on it this year, so it looks polka dotted right now, but that's the other one that I've really enjoyed, and I think has been pretty popular among all of the houseplant YouTubers from what I can tell. It's a pretty popular plant, but I got on board for sure this year. So that is my 2019 summary. I didn't want this video to be too long, you guys, because I mean, it's just showing you my favorite houseplants. So please do me a huge favor and comment down below. I would love to read your guys' responses. I want to know what your favorite houseplants were this year, or just plants, whatever you planted in your garden, whichever one you loved the most and the one that you probably struggled with the most and what you learned. I would just love to hear your guys' experiences with that. If you found this video fun and you would like to see more videos like it, please give our video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks so much for joining. Happy New Year. Go have fun. Go do your New Year's resolutions. All right. See you in the next one. Bye.